Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the Scout Tactical channel. Pretty cool review for you tonight. We're doing a 308 battle rifle. This is the infamous and ever popular Century Arms CETME 308 rifle. Now I'm sure a lot of you saw this and you went, oh no, that's an H&K G3 or that's an H&K 91. Alright, you could be right on all fronts because this CETME was originally developed from literally put together with H&K parts, old surplus parts. So before we get into this bad boy, let me give you a little history. And I know some guys like the gun history, some guys don't. So, number one, it's a battle rifle. In the 50s and 60s, there was a Spanish design firm called CETME, C-E-T-M-E. And it was working on some battle rifles in conjunction with a German company, H&K. They came up with this gun called the H&K G3, which was the German version. It was full auto, and the CETME, for the Spanish, came up with the CETME battle rifle. Okay, they were basically the same rifle, but H&K was kind of using some better steel receivers or some better receivers. They all had tons of versions, but in general, the Spanish were using some cheaper receivers. So the gun to have was really the H&K. However, there was the gun bans, the assault weapons ban. George Bush Sr., the original George Bush, not W, in I think '89 made it illegal to bring in G3s and HK 91s. The G3 was full auto until modified. The HK 91 was semi-auto, in case you're wondering. So in the late 90s, right at year 2000, a company called Century International, who you're probably familiar with, who brings in all the AKs today, all the AK variants and SKSs and all that good stuff. They bought all the Spanish CETMEs from the Spanish military, the Spanish government, all the parts, and they brought them to the US and they started assembling them. There were basically 4 generations of the CETME rifle from Century, and this is one right here. They all had a little bit different features. Gen 1 started out with wood furniture from what I can tell. And again, none of this is super documented. Gen 2 was called the Black Widow. And that's what this gun is as far as I can tell. Because it has an 18-inch barrel, it has a muzzle brake, it has all black plastic furniture, and it has a 5-digit serial number instead of the 6-digit serial numbers. So as far as I can tell, this is going to be the thicker receivered Gen 2 Black Widow CETME. Gen 3, the ATF in the 94 assault ban made them take off the flash hiders. You'll see a lot of them without flash hiders. And in Gen 4 it came back because in 04 that expired. So that's where we are. In the 90s and 2000s, CETME was putting these out. Century was putting these out, and that's how it came to be. It is literally the lowest cost version of the G3 HK 91 family. If you see the PTR 91s today, normally $2,000, they are really well made, US made G3s, HK 91 copy clones. So that's exactly what they are. Alright, so this is, as I mentioned, a 308 battle rifle. What is a battle rifle? Is it a sniper rifle? No. A precision rifle? No. Not necessarily, although this one's accurate. It's none of those. Is it a concealable, a personal defense weapon? No. It's a battle rifle. This is a go-to-war gun. It is a self-defense gun. But I'm not necessarily advocating that it's a shoot-it-in-your-house gun in self-defense because it's probably going to blow your ears out. Although a lot of long guns will blow your ears out indoors, trust me. So what you have here is basically a 9-pound, 18-inch barreled, which it's actually a 17.7-inch barreled rifle. In this configuration with the black plastic furniture, it takes 308 cartridge or 7.62 by 51 NATO, which you're familiar with. It does shoot both because the caliber says 308, not 308 Winchester. It's a 308 caliber in this designation. And again, this is 20 years ago. It takes 20 round mags. You can get these surplus. You think, oh man, that's probably expensive. A lot of mags are today, but a lot of these old mags are not. These mags are about $4 to $9 depending on where you find them. I saw them $3.99 on one website, but they're out of stock. Another was $5.99. The cool thing about it is if you see the circle right there, those are the old HK mags. and normally they say it. And if you can see that, which I don't know if you can, it says G3, HK, and then they all have a date stamp. This one's 04 of 87. Pretty neat. Works like a charm. In my shooting today at the range, which you've already seen if I've done the movie like I think I will, these 20 round mags shot great. The steel ones, okay, I guess these were maybe Spanish ones, or they were Century ones, made by Century, not sure. But I do have some steel ones that came with this rifle. They shot great too, but they're noticeably heavier and they're harder to load. I don't really know why that is. I don't think that's going to be in any manual, but just so you know, as a reference point, the steel mags are a lot harder to load and a lot heavier than the aluminums, and they both fit perfectly and shoot perfectly, so not sure about that. Now on the G3, you're going to hear some horror stories if you look on the web or if you search the forums and all that stuff, where guys go, oh man, mine was put together terribly, and I read one today, oh, my mag well was made lopsided and it wasn't angled correctly and all this stuff. Let me tell you, as a gun dealer for 7, 8 years, I'm still a gun dealer now, but as a full-time store-owning gun dealer for 7 or 8 years, who did every gun show every weekend in the Dallas Metroplex, plus the store, I've never seen that. I've never seen a piece of crap CETME. Everybody talks about them pretty badly, but they're owned by the thousands, tens of thousands. This is a fun gun to shoot, and I've never seen one put together badly. So if you've gotten a lemon here or there, so be it. I know Century, or Century had some errors on some disgruntled customers in the 90s and the 2000s, but they took them back and fixed them. I'm just telling you, it's not often. I don't really see bad ones. I also hear of bad triggers, terrible triggers and what have you. Maybe I got a fluke, but mine doesn't have that. Mine has a great trigger. It's a tiny touch of take-up, which is very predictable, and then boom, it breaks. I don't know the poundage, I didn't have a trigger scale, but the gun shoots great. And with that muzzle brake, it's actually a kitten. I shot today at the range 3 .308 rifles. I shot this CETME. I shot the Remington R25, which you've already seen reviewed, because I wanted to sight it back in to go hunting this next weekend. And I shot the super awesome, soon-to-be reviewed, Ruger Gunsight Scout. I've had that rifle for about 3 years, and I'm going to show it to you on video soon. That one kicked like a mule. The Remington R25 kicked, but it was doable. This gun was a pussycat. That muzzle brake soaks it right up, and the action on this is not your normal gas impingement. It's direct roller, or delayed rollback. So this delayed roller action that H&K actually patented is super cool. You've seen these levers. You've probably seen this gun in the movies and not known what it is, but you see this lever. It locks back to hold it open. You rock it down, and it goes in this track to shoot. Okay, to put the bolt forward, lock one round. Now it's ready to fire if it's on fire, which is on safe right now, F and S. Okay, so you lock the rifle back and then you just slap it forward. You've probably seen people do that on the MP5. And why have you seen that? Who made the MP5? H&K. So it's a carryover. This is basically, in my opinion, a 308 super monsterized H&K MP5. They have similar controls. They have a similar feeling trigger. This was just supersized. Similar action. It's a great rifle. On the sights, pretty rudimentary. The H&K had a little bit better sights. It had a turret that turned in most cases. Some Centuries did, but most didn't. Most have this side. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just a ears, front post, H&K style front post in the ring. This says 1 on the tab, which means 100, it's open ears. Then you get these peeps for 2, 3, and 4, meaning 2, 3, and 400 yards that turn, and then back to 1 for 100 yards. I will say the open sights are very fast. People talk about accuracy. Okay, it's not a sniper rifle. It's not even a precision rifle. It's not even a precision hunting rifle. It is a battle rifle. It's a go-to-war gun. So what's this gun's job? In 308, really 0 to 400 yards, with open sights, it needs to hit a man-sized silhouette. I'm being blunt. That's what it was designed for, and this gun does it all day. And my gun's shooting great. It shoots 2 to 3 inch grooves, normally 2.5 inch, open sights, off of a pack prone on the ground. Freehanding, it's putting them all in a pie plate at 100. So this is plenty good. I don't have any flyers, I don't have any reliability issues, I don't have any question that I'm not going to hit the target I'm about to shoot at. So the rifle, in my opinion, inspires perfect confidence. Some of the quirks about it: number one, it's a 9-pounder. This does help soak up the recoil. We've talked about light guns kick hard, like the Ruger Gunsight Scout I just mentioned. But the gun shoots great. 9 pounds is pretty doable. With a sling, it's really no problem to carry. Remember, you're not weighing it down in most cases with a scope, although there are some top covers and some adapters for scopes if you like to do that kind of thing. Just so you know, if you get a bad trigger in yours, which I don't think is very common, but if you do get one, there are tons of aftermarket kits for these, because the H&K G3 CETME market is huge, as this rifle was fielded by tons of different countries for quite a while, several decades. There are thousands and thousands of them out there, so there are plenty of aftermarket accessories. There's different color furniture, stocks, grips, forends, there's wood, different plastics. I've seen carbon fiber. There's the retractable, although they're about $250, $300. H&K stock that's a total retractor. Pulls out, makes it more compact. If that's legal in your area, great. I will tell you this, that retractable stock adds about 1.5 pounds, and in my opinion, it's real tough to get a cheek weld on that metal rod, those two metal rods. So stick with it as it is. It's easy to shoot. The 20-round mags, no problem. Unlike the AR, which you see 5.10s, 20s, and now 25s in the 308 platform, you don't really see anything but 20-round mags on the market, in my opinion. I don't know why that is. I guess that maybe that's how they made them, because this was supposed to be a battle rifle, and again, remember, it started out life as a full auto in the HK or the CETME form. But 20 is about all you find. There may be some limiters for your region if you require 10 rounds or less or something like that, or you may require a certain number of rounds for hunting. But you know, good luck. I'm in Texas. 20 is good to go. If they made 100, I could stick it in there and shoot it. All right, guys. So the CETME, that was a lot of history and a little bit of gun review, but you'll see it's a slim rifle. You see my hand goes all the way around it. It holds well. It feels good. It swings easily. I can shoot this just as good as a lot more expensive AR-10 or AR-15 rifles. Just so you're wondering, the prices on these have been all over the board. As a dealer, I've literally traded $250 for these in trades, and then they would go to $400. These days, for example, I bought this one fairly recently, about 6 or 8 months ago. I paid $750 shipped with 12 mags and some other accessories. So a pretty good deal. You know, in the craze, these were going $900 to $1,000. That's a little silly, but normally you see them 6 to 8, depending on the condition and what they're coming with. And I got quite a bit of accessories with this one, though the mags are pretty cheap. So, you know, 12 mags at $5 is just $60 worth of value. But a great rifle. I highly recommend the CETME. I think you'll love it. It'd be perfect for pigs. It's a great recreational shooter, and with that muzzle brake, it is silky smooth. Does not hurt to shoot it at all. Recoil's light on the 308. 308 caliber is plenty capable, and it's a fun one. So, one more announcement tonight. Tonight I created the Twitter account. A lot of people have been messaging me wanting to follow the Twitter account to see the latest and greatest posts of the videos that we do, and to see some other stuff of what's going on. Like today I was at the range with these 3 rifles and things like that. So check it out on Twitter. It's at the @ Scout Tactic. One word, Scout, S-C-O-U-T, Tactic, T-A-C-T-I-C. Just like the Facebook page, Scout Tactic, just like the YouTube channel, Scout Tactic. So check it out. Everybody wants to know what other gear is always on the table before we end. So of course the M&P with night sights, 40 caliber gun with the Apex Duty Enhancement Kit. Excellent gun, already reviewed. And of course, you know, if you've been watching the videos, one of my favorite knife brands of all time is always SOG. I have mostly SOG knives. And this is the SOG Pentagon serrated and plain edge double-edged dagger. So an awesome, awesome machine. Made for one reason, that's why it's on the table. It's a killer machine, just like the 308. Okay guys, thanks for watching as always. Check us out on the web, scouttactical.com, and on Facebook, and now Twitter. We broke the 100 subscriber mark today. We're now at 101, so thank you. Let's keep it rolling. As always, thanks for watching.